words. Okay. Last time we were talking about the noun clause as subjects and the noun clause as objects. I gave you assignments. Only some of you sent the assignments, and I sent them back the feedback. So thank you for those who sent the assignment. What we said yesterday in sometimes the whole noun clause can be a subject or an object. For example, a sentence like this: where you park your car. For example, is important. Okay, so where you park your car, this is the subject, and is the verb. Okay, and here the subject is what is it's a noun clause. It has the WH connector, okay, and the subject and the verb, and all this is the subject. وضحت كده؟ وقلنا ممكن it can take another form like who comes late will be punished. For example, look at this sentence: who comes late will be punished. طبعا who comes late is the subject, okay, and it has the connector, and comes is the verb. What's missing here? And this is the verb of the sentence, of course. So we say who comes late. ايه الفرق بين what is the difference between who comes late and where you park your car? Can you spot the difference?
who comes late ما فيهاش subject.
In English?
Who comes late doesn't have subject.
Actually, yes, thank you very much. You're very close. Actually, the subject here is implicitly mentioned in who. And I referred to this, I gave you a hint about this maybe last time, that some connectors like who, which, what, whatever, or whoever, we will take them today. These connectors, they have an embedded subject within. Yani the subject is built in. The subject is there. Who is the connector and the subject at the same time. But where, in the first example, this example, when I said where you park your car in this example, where cannot have a subject built in. Where cannot have a built-in subject. وضحت? Let's talk about it in more detail. Let's look at this example. The gift is pretty clear. The subject selected for the bride was. So this is the verb. So what do you think? The gift? The gift?
Which we?
Which we select?
D. الصوت يا دكتور فيه مشكلة.
Really? How about now? Can you hear me now? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Hello? Clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. So this is the structure. Whom for people, and whom is only with objects. You cannot use whom with subjects. Which for things, and that for people or things. So I like the book which you recommended. You cannot say, for example, I like the book whom or who you recommended. It's either which or that. That is also a possible answer here. Okay, the book which you recommended or that you recommended was interesting. So you cannot say the book who you recommended. I think we all know this. This is pretty easy. I'll give you exactly 1 minute to answer these questions from 1 to 10. Okay. I just finished reading the novel Home, the professor suggested. What do you think?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. It should be what? How can I make it correct?
Which?
Which? Yes.
Which, yes, thank you very much. So the plane that he was scheduled to take to Hawaii was delayed. What do you think?
I think incorrect.
Correct.
Incorrect.
Correct.
I
That.
think it's correct.
Yes. That comes with animate and inanimate, so it's correct.
It's correct.
The movie which we watched on cable last night, it was really frightening.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Remove
Delete
it.
it.
Remove it.
Delete it. Good. I made an appointment with the doctor whom you recommended.
Correct.
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 Of course, correct. The enthusiasm with which he greeted me made me feel welcome.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think messing with, he greeted me with. Oh, okay. No.
With comes here before which, and this makes me give you a little tip. I can say the enthusiasm. Two structures are correct. The enthusiasm with which he greeted me was blah blah blah, or made me feel welcome. Okay. Now with here comes before which, correct? You can also say the enthusiasm which he greeted me with made me feel welcome. Here with comes after which, at the end of the sentence, correct? Both structures are correct. What is the difference? Does somebody know what is the difference between this sentence and that sentence with when it comes before the preposition, when it comes before the relative clause, and the preposition when it comes after the relative clause? The only difference is that,
one must emphasize.
okay, this one is more formal. This one is more formal. Okay, but this one is informal. So make sure in your academic writing to use the preposition before the relative clause, not after the relative clause, in formal writings. But in informal writings, if you're writing an informal letter, for example, or talking to a friend or something, it's not important. Okay, the story that you told me about Bob, what do you think?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. How can I make it correct?
Was good, for example.
Was interesting. Don't use good. Good doesn't have any meaning in itself. Use any more specific adjective. The men with whom we're having the discussion did not seem very friendly. What do you think?
Correct.
Can somebody try again? Can you try again?
I think it missed we
Yes,
were
thank you
having the
very much.
discussion.
With whom we were having a discussion. Me like having a discussion. Okay. I am really sure about taking part in the plans that we made last night.
Not correct because not have connected.
I'm not really sure about taking part in the plans that, this is the connector here, we made last night. So this is correct.
It's correct, yeah.
Okay. Now this is the part I was talking about, that these connectors, who, which, and that, in addition to other connectors, I don't know when the book will be mentioning the rule I told you about. Whichever, whoever. Yes, these connectors, they have a subject built in. Can you see them? Can you see them? Who, whoever, what, whatever, which, and whichever. These connectors, they have a subject built in. I know what happened. Okay, so what happened is a connector and a subject. What is a connector and a subject, and happened is the verb. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like something weird occurred. We did this last time. Did we do this last time?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit lost. Okay, so no problem. Okay, blah, blah, blah on television made me angry. What do you think?
What?
A.
It was on television made me angry. Now we have here, it was on television. We have a subject and a verb, and then made is another verb. So we cannot choose A. So the answer can be C. What was on television made me angry. Okay. And in this case, we have.
We
Yes.
cannot see the screen.
We can't what?
We can't show the screen.
You can see the screen? Does everybody have this problem? I think
No,
if you,
I can see the screen.
maybe you need to check your computer or something. I'm sure it is shared. Everybody can see it. Okay. Here we have the connectors. Okay, that have a subject and a verb built in. Other connectors must have. Other connectors, mind you, other connectors must have the subject explicitly mentioned. I will repeat this again because this is very important. You say, for example, when he came was late. Look at this sentence. When he came is the subject. Was is the verb, okay? When is the connector, he is the subject, and came is the verb. You cannot say when came or when come was late. You got me? Why? Because when must have a subject and a verb. The subject must be explicitly mentioned. Unlike these connectors, with these connectors, the subject is built in, can be built in inside the connector. Are we all clear on this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you answer the questions from 1 to 10? Okay. Number 3, the employee was unhappy about what was added to his job description. What do you think?
Incorrect.
Why incorrect?
Because there is a double verb, was.
The employee subject was
Yes.
verb, okay, about what happened. So what happened, what was added, this is all the object phrase about what was added.
Yeah.
This is an object phrase. So what's the problem with it? Was hina is the subject of what? So it's correct.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
Whoever wants to take the desert tour, or the desert tour during spring break, signing up. What do you think?
I think it's incorrect.
Incorrect.
Mm-hmm. Why incorrect? It's incorrect, correct. Very true. Why incorrect?
Because there is no verb. in
He's
the-
singing.
Yes. Should be signing or should sign. Here, we should add a verb. This is all subjects. Okay. Whoever wants to take the desert tour during spring break is signing up. Okay. Or should sign up or shall sign up or must sign up. Now, this would be correct. Very good. Very good. The motorist was unable to discover who he had struck his car.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. How can I make it correct?
Remove
Remove
he.
he.
Why? Because who has a built-in subject. So in this case, we have two subjects, who and he. Clear? The voters should elect whichever of the candidates seems best.
Whoever.
So this is incorrect.
Yes.
Thank you very much, because it should be whoever or whomever. It's better to say whomever because this is an object. It was difficult to distinguish between what was on sale and what was merely on display.
Correct.
Correct. Number 8, you should buy whatever the cheapest and most durable.
Correct.
Okay, so
Incorrect.
whatever, yes, what comes after? We need a verb here. Do we have a verb here?
No.
No.
No, so it's incorrect. What was written in the letter angered him beyond belief.
Correct.
Correct.
You can spend your time with whoever important to you.
Whichever.
Okay, how can we make this sentence correct?
Whomever.
What's missing here? Do we have a verb after whoever or whatsoever or whatever? Do we have a verb here?
No.
No, so it should be
Is important.
is
important.
important. Okay. Okay. More or less, we are in the same track. That's why I was lost, because I started with number 11 today, but no problem. I mean, no problem. You see, I told you, I feel like I'm lost because we started with number 11 and then we get back to number 10 and then now, okay, let's move to number 12. Okay, no problem. They're all in the same arena. Use adjective, clause, connector, subject correctly. More or less, they are the same skill, no problem. I mean, there is no difference between these questions and the last one. Can you answer this question? Blah, blah, blah is on the table, has 4 sections.
B.
Number B, the notebook which.
B, yes.
Yes, thank you very much, because yes, we have here 2 verbs. So this verb must be part of the subject. This is the verb phrase. So the other, this is part of the subject. So the subject, the notebook, which is on the table, has 4 sections. Very good. Very good. So of course, who for people, which for things, and that for inanimate subjects. Have a quick look on these 10 questions. Okay, let's do it together. I have great respect for everyone who on the dean's list.
Incorrect.
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 How can I make it correct?
Put is after on.
Who is on the dean's list? Who is on the dean's list? Okay. It is going to be very difficult to work with the man which just began. What do you think?
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Whom?
Who?
Instead of which.
The door that leads to the vault, it was tightly closed, locked.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Remove it.
Remove it. The neighbors reported the man who was trying to break into the car to the police.
The neighborhood reported the man whom
I was trying.
Incorrect.
That's correct.
Correct. The neighbors, subject, reported, verb. The man is the object. Who was trying? We have who and we have the verb. Okay, so what is the problem? Correct.
these plants can only survive in an
In the
environment.
Is extremely cold.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
We have to add connector.
In an environment which is extremely cold. Right? The boss meets with any production workers who they have surpassed their quotas. Workers who have.
Incorrect.
Yes, remove they because that's because right then we have two subjects, who and they. The sales clerk ran after the woman who had left her credit card in the store.
Correct.
Correct. Correct. The shoes which matched the dress that was on sale.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Remove
I
that.
can remove that. So the shoes is the subject and was on sale is the verb. There is another problem here. It should be were in sale, not was on sale. Because shoes, the word shoes plural is plural, correct? The word shoes is plural. So it should be were on sale, not was on sale. So the shoes which match the dress were on sale. Okay? أو نعكس هذا shoes matched the dress which was on sale أو that was on sale كده تبقى صح برضه. Okay. Okay, these are questions on skills 9 to 12. Please do them. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay. No one explained to me whether was coming or not. Whether?
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
She was coming.
Yes. Whether she was coming or not. Whether he was coming. Whether the car was coming or not. We need a subject. The part of the structure that has already been built needs to be torn down. What do you think?
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. The girl who she just joined the football team is a great
Incorrect.
shortstop.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Remove she. Remove she.
Remove she. Very good. I have no idea about when the meeting is supposed to start. Hello?
Correct.
Correct. We have been told that we can leave whenever we want.
Incorrect.
How can I make it correct?
Whenever we want.
We want. Why? Because whenever does not have a built-in subject. Whenever needs an explicitly mentioned subject. The racket with whom I was playing was too big and too heavy for me.
Correct.
Try again.
Incorrect.
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 The racket with,
Remove was.
Whom?
with which?
Whom?
It's
It's
yes,
which,
it's
yeah.
inanimate. Inanimate. I will never understand that he did. What do you think?
Incorrect. What
How can
he
I make
did?
it? What he did. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. He was still sick. Was obvious. What do you think?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. How can I make it correct?
Remove was. The second was.
or maybe add that he was still sick was obvious. Okay, that he was still sick was obvious. Okay, يعني being sick was obvious. Clear? What is most important in this situation? It is to finish on time.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. How can I make it correct?
Remove it.
Remove it. Good. The newspapers that were piled up on the front porch were an indication that the residents had not been home in some time.
I think it's correct.
Correct. Correct. Everything is correct here. We have that followed by a verb, and then word, which is the subject of the newspapers, an indication that the residents, that followed by the subject, residents had not been, which is the verb, so the sentence is correct. Okay. How about I give you, okay, let's do them together, no problem. Number one, okay, I'll give you, I will give you what? Can you see the screen like this?
No.
No?
We can zoom in, I think.
I don't know. Do you have this option?
I have it on my mobile.
Yes, I have
sure.
it.
Okay, okay. You can zoom in. I will give you 2 minutes to look at these sentences, okay, and try to answer them, and we'll do them together. Take 2 minutes. You see, I'm being generous. I'm giving you 2 minutes, not only 1 minute. Okay, 20 seconds. 20 seconds to go. Okay, let's do it. Dolphins. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Dolphins form extremely complicated allegiances and space continually change. Allegiances يعني تحالفات.
Number A.
B.
C, I guess.
And enmities that are continually change.
yeah.
If we have R, it needs to be changing. Not
yeah.
are change, correct? And enmities that
Number A.
continually change, yes. Enmities that continually change. Change is the verb, okay? For that change, okay? Number two, scientists are now beginning to conduct experiments on space, trigger
Number
different
D.
sorts of health.
D.
On how noise pollution can trigger different sorts of health risks. Very good. The Apollo 11 astronauts, space of the Earth's, this is a subject, as inhabitants witnessed on the famous where we have here a verb, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Okay.
B, were millions.
B.
Whom millions.
Whom millions of the Earth's inhabitants witnessed. Yes. Very good. Number 4, at the end of the 19th century, Alfred Bennett developed a test for measuring intelligence. Space served as the basis of modern IQ tests.
Which has D?
Which has
D.
served. Which
D.
has served. Okay. D. Which has served. Okay. Number 5. Space have at least 4 hours of hazardous materials. Response training is mandated by federal law. Is
B.
mandated. We have here a verb. Okay.
B.
B.
I think it's
يعني لو قلنا if it's B, all police officers must have at least 4 hours of hazardous material response training is mandated. We have here all police officers must. This is subject and a verb, and is another verb. مش كده؟
C, that all police officers.
Yes, thank you very much. See that all police officers have at least 4 hours is mandated.
How misleading. Oh my god.
It is difficult. Guys, could you please make sure the noise around you is a bit lower than this? A cloud's reservoir of negative. Are we all clear on the last 5 questions? Do we need to stop? Do we need to explain them? Does anybody have a problem here? Should we move on?
No.
A cloud's reservoir
Yes.
of negative charge extends upward from the altitude at space the freezing point at.
I think at which temperature hit the freezing point?
I think it's C.
C, yes, at which temperatures hit the freezing point. يعني where temperatures hit blah blah blah. Okay. In a 1988 advanced officers training program, all this is a prepositional phrase, forget about it. Samson, subject, developed, verb, a plan to incorporate police in enforcing environmental protection laws whenever space feasible. Whenever.
A. It is
A.
Yes, we need the subject and the verb. A. Very good. Number 8. Will be carried in the next space shuttle payload. Has. So has is a verb. And we have here another verb. So,
D.
Number B.
B. What will be carried in the next space shuttle? Okay. Number 9. During free fall space, up to a full minute, a skydiver will fall. So here a skydiver will fall, a subject and a verb. Okay.
Which is
B.
Yes, which is up to a full minute, a skydiver will fall. The fact, space, the most important ratings period is about to begin, has caused a verb. The fact.
D.
So the most important ratings period is about, has. So here we have 2 verbs because we have is. No, not B.
Number
D.
B, yes, B. No, not B. Not B. Not B.
D,
I
that.
think D.
I think A.
C.
The fact
C.
is that
C. The fact
That C.
that the most important ratings period is about to begin. That the most important rating that here. So we have the most important rating. This is the subject. Is the verb. About to begin. Has is the subject. The verb for the fact. Okay. So the right answer is has. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay, so I will I don't know. Okay, let's do questions 1 to 12 and stop right there. This is a review on all the skills we have taken so far, 1 to 12. Okay. Or do you? Okay, let's do them now. I'll give you 2 minutes again. Okay, are we ready? Okay, let's start. Number 1. Space loom high above the northern and northeastern boundaries of the expanding city of Tucson. What do you think?
A.
The
C.
Santa Catalina Mountains loom high because this is a simple sentence, subject and verb. Okay, so the answer is
C.
C. The Santa Catalina Mountains are loom high. Loom is the verb. Okay, loom is a verb. So if you say are loom high, we have 2 verbs. Okay.
Okay.
Radioactive space provides a powerful way. Radioactive
D. Can.
Radioactive can provides.
A.
Oh no, please.
C.
B.
Huh?
C. Dating.
C.
Dating.
Radioactive dating provides. We cannot choose B because radioactive dates provides. This is plural. And provides has a S. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, number 3. Space contained in the chromosomes, and they are, and the comma, and they are. This is a connector. Okay, this is a compound structure, and they are. Okay, so what do we need before the compound structure? Subject and verb, correct?
B. Genes are.
Genes are contained. Thank you very much. That's why we need, as I said, we need to study, we need to review all the skills again and again to make sure that we remember everything, to make sure they are integrated into our memories. Number 4, the benefit. Space, the study is that it provides the necessary information to anyone who needs it. The benefit
of number A.
of the study is that
B.
subject and verb. This is a very, the benefit which the study is about is that, no. The benefit which the study is that it provides the necessary? No. Why? Number 5, the same symptoms that occur with cocaine.
B.
B.
With, yes, amphetamines can occur with cocaine. Very good. Number 6, many companies across the country have molded the concepts. Space describes into an integrated strategy. So many countries, many companies, subject, have molded, verb, the concepts.
B.
D.
B. Okay.
Okay, that Wolf describes. We have here the that and then the subject, wolf, and describes the verb. Okay, number 7. In the first draft of the budget will not necessarily be in the final draft.
C.
A.
See what appears.
Although it appears in the first draft of the budget, will,
C.
if we use although, then we need subject verb, comma, subject verb. Do we have here subject verb, comma, subject verb?
I think C, what appears in the
Yes.
first draft.
Yes, thank you very much. So the right answer is what appears. Dr. Isra, you raised your hand. Do you have a question? Dr. Isra, you have a question?
Number 6 C برضه صح.
Number 6. Let's get back to number 6
C
and see.
برضه صح. يعني that wolf و what wolf الاثنين صح.
What wolf describes into an integrated strategy concepts? No. هنا that means which. Which wolf describes into an integrated strategy? What cannot substitute which. Okay.
مش اللي هي بالعربي ما وصفه
الذي
فلان.
يعني. الذي. Okay.
Okay.
This is a relative clause. Okay, number 8. If a food label indicates that a food is mostly carbohydrate, it does not mean is a good food to eat.
Number C.
Yes, number C. That it is a good food to eat. It does not mean that it is a good food to eat. Good. Number 9. A need for space law to include commercial concerns, and this is, by the way, this word is pronounced law, not low. Low means the opposite of high. Low with a diphthong. Oh, low is the opposite of high. And this word is pronounced law, like this. Law, open O, law, like this. Okay. Need for space law to include commercial concerns has been recognized in as much.
Number C.
In as much.
D.
Remember, in as much as it replaces
Number
what?
D.
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 Okay. We have to choose between C and D. Why? Because the connector is called in as much as. In as much as we need as. خلاص فاحنا ما بين C و D. After in as much as there is what we need. What we need a subject and a verb. Correct?
C.
So D has a subject and a verb. The answer is D. C does not have a subject. In as much as means because. Remember, we took this. In as much as means because, and it must be followed by a subject and a verb. Correct?
That when the planet
Oh.
gone
The report on the nuclear power plant. Any problem here? Do you have any problem?
No.
The report on the nuclear power plant indicated that when the plant had gone online.
Number
when,
B.
When
A.
it means it has to be followed by subject and the verb, and
Had
another
the-
subject and the verb. When the plant had
Had
gone
the-
online. Now we need a subject and a verb.
D.
B.
D.
It had
D.
been. It had been.
D.
When subject verb, comma subject verb. So there is a comma here missing, guys. Okay. Again, when must be followed by subject and the verb, comma subject verb. Okay. So we need here we have a subject and a verb. So we need a subject and a verb. It had been. Okay. But there is a comma here missing. There should be a comma here in the book. Okay. Questions so far?
I have only one question. That we can start the sentence with that.
Yes, of course, we can start the sentence with that. Let's say, for example, that you were here made things easier. That you were here, you being here, made things easier. So this is the verb, and that here is the subject.
Okay.
That he didn't attend was a mistake. It means that he didn't attend. This is the subject. Was a mistake. This is the verb.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
What does that mean?
Do you understand the sentence? That doesn't have a meaning itself. In English, function words do not have a meaning on their own. Okay? يعني is. إيه معنى is? What is the meaning of is? What is the meaning of a and an? The articles بتوع مثلا an apple, a book. What is the meaning of a and an? They don't have a meaning themselves. These are called function morphemes. Function morphemes do not have to have a meaning.
Yes, yes.
Okay? Clear? Any questions?
No, thank you.
No.
Okay, it was a pretty long session today. Thank you very much. And study hard. I want you to study because the following skills are based pretty much on the previous ones. So I want you to study well before tomorrow's session. Have a look on the skills that we have taken so far. And again, stay safe, stay home, and see you inshallah tomorrow at the same time. Thank you very much.
I don't have a book to study.
Thank you so much.
I posted the link for the book on the page. The day we started, this was less than a week ago. Please scroll down the page until you find the link. Google Drive.
Okay.
Okay. And if you click, you send me the a request to give you permission, and I will give you the request immediately. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. See you then. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're most welcome.